What happens when a baby Pokemon that basically does nothing except for completely lock you out of play dominates the format? Well, you just get another baby Pokemon and dominate it in its own way. As Joltik is definitely taking over right now. As we all know, there are many decks surfacing in Japan with this Joltik Pikachu Iron Hands play, where you want to be going second and just getting out either Hands or Pikachu, or ideally both Hands Pikachu with Joltik, and then using Joltik's attack to accelerate 2 Grass and 2 Lightning into play, setting up both the Pikachu and Iron Hands for the next turn. Now, how does it set up the Pikachu, you may say? You're only putting 1 energy on it. How's that going to work? Well, my friend, Crispin. With just 1 energy on the Pikachu, a Crispin can fully charge it up. And so we are able in this deck to use Pikachu very, very confidently. This deck is the anti-Badoo deck in my opinion. It has a very thick boss line. It has a very, very strong turn 2. And so it laughs in Badoo's face. So you've probably seen it already, but let me show you some more of it in action. This is the Joltik Crispin box. Okay, if we're looking at the situation here, it's a bad hand for this deck against a relatively more difficult matchup. I say relatively because you can just peek at this Donny and you can Clefairy it, and you also can Ursaluna. So it's not that bad. Ultimately, there's a lot of outs, but it's not hands worth. Well, I guess you could hands this. Yeah, maybe I'm waffling. I don't know, there's so many like top tier decks you play against with this deck and you think, oh, that's actually a relatively good matchup. And I can see why it's doing so well in Japan. It has such a strong matchup spread, in my opinion. It seems to have an out to everything, which is what a top tier deck should be, whilst also being fun, which is like, what? I've never seen that. I don't know. Listen, maybe I'm getting carried away, but this is, as it stands, my favorite deck of this format, to say the least. Nonetheless, they are going to Ultra Ball here, and I do have a turn that I decided. There's a situation I always want with this deck where you just want to get Joltik and you want to get Hands and Pikachu in play, and then you can do what you need to do. Also, with that, did they just get free Pokemon cards? No way. Okay, what did they grab there? Okay, they got Hoot Hoot, they got a Noctowl and another Hoot Hoot, and they also go for Squawk. So a very strong turn 1 here from the Raging Bolt. Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm so confused. Did you fan call first and then discard your, what? So that Hoot Hoot's kind of, I wouldn't say obsolete, but all right. All right, nonetheless, we do have Arven, which I think gets us what we need. It doesn't get us everything, but I guess that's okay. It really depends how I want to go about this. I think I do Arven, and I want to Nest Ball. The typical plan with this deck, as we've established, is you know, just want to get Joltik out with both Hands and Pikachu. But this is an extraneous situation. It might actually be more desirable to get Clefairy, right? But I don't know, because they could boss up my Clefairy and it'd be problems with the lack of recovery in this deck. So is it ever worth just getting the Joltik out? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna get EXP share as well, actually. I don't think having the charm's gonna do too much. Let's Nest Ball, and it's either I Joltik into Pikachu. Wait, have I prized both Pikachu? Okay, this is like the worst case I've had for this deck, I think, since playing it. So I'm gonna try and manage it. Maybe I just go into Clefairy and just attach. But at the same time, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Miraidon, and I'm gonna use Miraidon to get Joltik and Hands, because I still can Hands here, right? There's still 2 targets for Iron Hands. So I think charging up Hands is probably the best outcome here, because what I could follow up with ultimately is a Clefairy Crispin. Like, I don't want to throw Clefairy down now. Like, ideally, to be fair, it would have been nice to have a Clefairy with an EXP share on it, because then it's just a Psychic Attachment attack to knock out a Bolt. However, my friend, my good sir, if I bench Clefairy now, they're just going to boss it up. They're going to boss or Prime Catch and just take it out. I know that's what's going to happen. So if I get Hands, they'll probably just do that with Hands. What if they do? Hey, what can I do about it? There's a Satyr coming in. But ultimately, this Hands can stay alive, and I can get like a KO on a single prize for 2 prizes. Hopefully, in that turn, I can get a Clefairy down, or at least get an out to a Clefairy play. Like Nest Ball Crespin is really all I need. But that's a lot more easier said than done. Late Ultra Ball here, and I'm expecting a Noctowl, unless they play a 2-2 line, because bear in mind, they did discard both not... Oh, it's a Latias. I think they thought they had another Noctowl. Yeah, I guarantee you, bro. Guarantee you that Ultra Ball was for a Noctowl, but they discarded it. They went for the Squawky. Blood got absolutely punished. There's a case now to just attack with Galvantula. This is why I think playing the Galvantula is pretty solid. I mean, it does 180 max to a Pokemon with ability. If I could get an energy, bro, I just need an energy. I could boss KO Squawk. Oh, but I could do that with hands and take 3 prizes. Okay, maybe that's smarter. Huh. Okay, so in that case, you retreat for free first, so I can keep the energy on it. That can still be a knockout on something. Then I go for a Pokegear to see what I can find. Okay, I can Arven and... Is it worth Arvening to get the Prime Capture now? I'm going to get the Arven and just hold it, I think, and boss. And maybe I EXP share the Galvantula. Yeah, okay, I've got a game plan here. So we boss this for 3 prizes. They knock out hands. I come up with Galvantula and Gust the Hoot Hoot for 1 prize, and then come with Ursaluna for game. Okay, we got a game plan, boys. Let's do it. Bro, this deck has so many outs. It's kind of strange. Right, boss's orders. Let's get up the Squawk and take that out for free. That is pretty good to me. Do I bench Ursaluna now? Nah, Bolt rarely plays Hand Disruption. I mean, I don't know, but this deck, they could hit me with a random stamp. I don't know how it is nowadays, man. I think it's fine. I think it's fine benching it because I have Lat. Because I have Lat, yes, I think it's okay to throw down. Maybe it's too preemptive. I don't know, man, but I'm having a good time. Take out the Squawk. Give me the 3 juicy prizes. 1, 2, 3. That's what I love to see. And it's kind of mid stuff. That said, Ultra Ball energy. Bro, just top deck me a Crispin and I can insta-Clefairy. That would be huge. I don't know. They've got Latias down now themselves. And they go for... see, I saw it! A judge! I knew Hand Disruption was coming in. That's why I got that Ursaluna down. My board state still applies. That said, we've literally been judged into everything we need to instant 1-hit KO this Bolt. Oh, bro, I love this deck. It always has a way. It always has an out. This, my friend, is what we call the Joltik box. They do take me out, but I have an instant response. Let's throw, because it needs a lightning on there, right? We'll do that. So the Galvantula is still an attacker and can offset prize trade, take a prize card elsewhere. It's all looking good. I think I benched this Mew, Ultra Ball away the leaves and whatever. I top deck an energy, that's fine. And then I just Crespin into Clefairy. That's pretty much all we need to do here. Oh, it's juicy. It feels good, man. Yeah, we got all the cards we need. Throw down Clefairy. And we're going to get crispy with it. Crispin in we come. We'll go for a... Well, Pikachu EX is not happening in this game, so we'll just get a metal. Throw the metal in hand, attach. That lovely looking Psychic. Oh, you little looking Psychic. Looks very good. But first, we need to restart. Get a little bit more juice out of that. That's nice. Do I need this Charm? Well, yeah, it forced them to discard 4 to take out my Clefairy instead of discarding 3. So that might be worth. But then again, if I have to come up with Ursaluna, if I bring it to 310 with the Charms, I need to discard 5 energy. So that might be a harder knockout for them. So it might be worth me holding on to the Charm and just going into Clefairy here and just the instant one KOing this Bolt, man. Oh, good for that. Right. 1 prize card left. This deck has a lot of gusting, so we should be able to take it next turn. I'm pretty confident. There's a Pika. And if they KO Clefairy, we can also get Fez for a little bit more dig. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm feeling good about this bad boy. Area 0 coming down. Man, I wish I had this down. Oh, actually, no. If they get a KO here, I can bench Pikachu and absolutely thin out my hand and then get game. And do you know what's crazy? We're likely taking game with a Galvantula. In fact, if we can, I will. Yes, we can technically just attach the Bolt and attack. Well, actually, no, we might just do that. That might be easier, huh? Let's just see what our opponent does, all right? They might charge up a Bolt, put no tool on it, and we just Ursaluna for game. That would be fine. But you know you want to see the spider. Oh, well, no, nothing. I guess I just win then. Alrighty, going second again. I tell you what, I complain a lot about PTCGL's coin flip luck, but for some reason, when it comes to deciding who goes first or second, I have the best luck in the world. If you look at my videos, I always seem to get it. Nonetheless, well, not always, but, you know, most of the time by the looks of it. We got a Clefairy start here. And do you know what? The triple nest ball, I'm happy with that. It means I can pretty much get the board state I want. I didn't want Clefairy in the active, but ultimately your desired board state is to have both a Hands and Pikachu ready to go, and both Fez and Mew. If you have that in play, you're pretty much looking good. Because the biggest issue I've seen playing this deck so far is its vulnerability to Hand Disruption if you don't prioritize draw. Like this deck, sometimes you just want to like bench all the attackers and just start swinging because this deck's so good at that. But then all they got to do is hit you with an Iono and you're like, I can't do anything. I'm stuck. It's such a genuine problem with this deck that I've noticed. So anyway, let's see what we can do. So we have triple nest ball. So I should nest ball, I think in this case, for a Miraidon. So that can guarantee Hands Pikachu, which, well, actually, no, maybe No, maybe I'll just get Joltik hands. Pikachu, not so strong in the Dragapult because you can't hit 320. Clefairy, fantastic. So love to see that. But I'll also Nest Ball here then for a Mew and a Fez, just to have draw. It gives them easy targets, but regardless, that's what this deck, it's going to always have that for Dragapult. So I think so long as I just get a Joltik going, and I could also actively well, now I've just realized I've got to retreat this, haven't I? So I guess I've got to burn the prime catch. I guess it is what it is. Let's do that. I can also get an energy on Clefairy ahead of time too, in order to allow that to come in and attack if they do evolve to Dragapult. Well, actually no, I just EXP share this. Great, there's the psychic. Lovely job, mate. Let's go like this. I think I just fully charge up hands then, although technically that's not the correct way. Correct way is to do this and put a grass here, so that way both cards are an energy attachment away, but we might not find the energy. So I'm just gonna do hands. Fine, that's what you've asked of me. I'm here for it. But this is why this deck actually does somewhat well against Pult, because Pult, you know, you go into your Badoos and you evolve and take your time. In fact, I'm seeing Pult not even play Crispin anymore because it just wants to Badoo and take its sweet time. Whereas this deck says, no, you're not having that. I'm punishing you instantly. And that's why it's actually pretty good against current Dragapult builds. Either way, I'm waffling. They've benched the Dreepy. They're going to retreat. Probably into the Dreepy. I wouldn't... Okay, fine. I'm not going to say... personally, I would keep the Duskull to make yourself, like... to give yourself some plays. But now you just made it harder. And I'm just going to boss you. So let's throw the... I don't think it matters, actually, what I throw here. Well, if I check my deck for how many of each of these energy I have, it would. But you know what? It's fine. Let's just retreat, I think. Unless I get rid of... No, I want to hold these for potentially finding Ursaluna at late game if that's needed. I think I just manually retreat here. And yes, I could take the prizes here, but I know you want this to stay alive. I don't. I'm going to amp you, baby. I'm going to say bye-bye. Thank you very much. Now, what can we get for the prizes? I want another boss. Go on, give me the boss, darling. You know you... Yeah, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. Ain't that wonderful? And I'm pretty sure Dragapult usually... That's it. Well, no, it has to play Candy for the sake of Duskull. So they still can Candy Pult here, but they would have to gust up my Clefairy. Otherwise, it's an easy 1-hit KO for me. All right. They've gone for an Iono. Fair play. I'm not too bothered. Now that I've got Mew and Fez, I am not even slightly worried. But that does mean the odds of a Candy Pult attack is very, very low here. And we're just absolutely cooked. There's a Fez. They throw another Dreepy down, and they do attach to that Dreepy. And looking at this, it might be a pass, which is rough. And I love it because it's a Dragapult player. They go for the counter, though. I don't bother me. I've got my retreat right here, mate. I'm loving life in my retreat. I'll go for an Arven because I do have Rescue Board in this deck as well. And I'm probably just going to Vessel Rescue Boards and attach the Psychic to Clefairy. So theoretically, there's 2 threats you have to deal with, and you just can't do that. So we're looking good. We're looking very good. Do I Ultra Ball? No, I might need that for pivot. So I think I get rid of the Metal Energy. Please say I haven't priced a Psychic. Hey, you scared me. All right, let's get these 2. Throw that. Now, let me do this first. Throw that here. And they concede. Bro, the top tier decks just can't handle this. Oh, Petrarch. Thank Lord I didn't start a Joltik. Otherwise, I've just been donked to hell and back. But it is Duraludon. Bro, Archeladon is absolutely fine for us. Obviously, we can just hand some stuff here. We do have the Vitality Band specifically for Duraludon as well, which is very good. Obviously, Petrarch's a hands target. Brute Bonnet, not so much a hands target, but I'm all happy with this so far. Obviously, Pikachu is our primary way of going around this. Just 1-hit KO Duraludons. That always feels good. Now, Duraludon can bypass that by throwing in like 1 copy of Rigid Band. So if you're a Archeladon player, sorry, and you're worried about this Joltik deck, then maybe throwing in just 1 copy of Rigid Band could help so much just to survive a hit against a Pikachu. It can honestly go such a long way. That said, this deck plays a lot of basics, single prizes. It plays a lot of 2 prizes as well that are easily taken out. So it's not going to win you the game, but it just evens out that matchup, you know? Because like hand disrupting, like if I charge up a Pikachu and I don't have a good bench, hand disrupting me after I've taken a knockout and then having that Rigid Band could go a really long way, in my opinion. Do you guys know, I've taken a lot of time in this deck, man. I really enjoy it. It is genuinely like the most enjoyable deck I've played in a very long time. I do really like it. All right, enough glazing, Sean. Let's get Rescue Board and Nest Ball here. And I think I want to get a hands going. Hands or Pika? What do I go for here? We just go for Miraidon. And is it hands or Pikachu? I have Boss. So it seems like hands is likely the correct call here. So So see, just like the Raging Bolt games, you just boss this Donnie up, take 3 prizes. You can boss this up for 2, and then all you need is 1. But they can also want to carry Iron... Well, no, they can't with a Bravery... No, they can with a Bravery Charm, actually, can't they? Yeah. With Perilous, they can one it KO my hands. So we have to then assume the hands is only going to survive 1 turn, which is kind of scary. Maybe Pikachu is the play then. I think it might be Pikachu. This is new to me, okay? I haven't played this matchup just yet, so it's very new to me. But Pikachu, unless you put damage on it, cannot be one it KO'd. So, well, at least with its full HP. So if I charge up a Pikachu and then just like crisp into it next turn as well, I can get 2 300 damage attack offs, which I think is probably more valuable. So let's try it. Let's overload a Pikachu. Now, their way of going about this, the correct way, is probably to boss up Poison me and just let me take the poison damage. So that way they can then respond, right? That's how they can go about that. So let's see if they do just that. Well, they Night Stretcher for start, and they grab a... Was that a Badoo? Badoo? This day doesn't care about Badoo. It just crispins and bosses. That's all it does. Oh, man. Well, it's a Toxic Powder. They could just pass take the KO as well if they want to, but it seems like they're going to retreat. Well, actually, no, that's a genuinely good turn, I think. I mean, granted, I am just boss KOing everything. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I've completely got this wrong, haven't I? Because they poison me, they do the damage, I go to 1 HP, and then the poison knocks me out. Maybe I have done this wrong. So in that case, I have to boss up Duraludon then, right? Which means I should have done hands, but then hands wouldn't have got the KO. Okay, this is weird, but I think I'm doing okay. I don't know. Might be worth Miraidon in here and just trying to get a hands ready to go. To be fair, just a single attack, and maybe another Pikachu, just a single attachment on hands is enough usually? Or is it maybe better then to charge up, try and get another Pikachu going? Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know the correct call here. Also, quick question. Resolute Hearts, if it has full HP is knocked out, its remaining HP is 10. So if I have Charm, will its remaining HP be 240? Or will it go back down to 200? I think it's 240, right? Okay, well, I think what I've got to do here is boss up the Duraludon. I think I just can't have that be a thing, which in that case means it's actually beneficial for me to attach... I think the Psychic here, and then I can discard Psychic, Grass, and Lightning after. But then I have to Crispin, so I can't boss. Well, here we are, boys. Okay, here I'm thinking there's gonna be no misplays this video, but here I am just doing that. Sure thing. So they have to get Duraludon, though, and they have to get... Well, no, they don't need to Mochi or anything. They just got to get Duraludon, right? Okay, and again, I think that the Resolute Heart isn't like... I don't think I can avoid the poison damage with this. So I think I just go for the 300. It said discard free energy. Doesn't say which kind of energy, so I can just do boom, boom, and boom. And I'm ready to attack again next turn. I just got confused, okay? It's all right, it happened. Well, I do like the Fez, though. That feels good, because I don't have any draw in play. They do promote Squawk as well. Obviously, they can just retreat with Latias, so it's not that deep. It is so dependent on now, though, if they have an out here to... Oh, there's Fez. They need energy in a discard pile. They've got 0. There's a Vessel. Can they get the energy in a discard pile? That's the question. If you... Oh my God, they're going to research, aren't they? They're so going to research. Oh, that's perfect. They've got exactly what they want. Okay, scary times. Very scary times. Duraludon, or the Archeladon, sorry, is coming out. The Assembly Alloy, they're going to be able to poison me and bypass the Pikachu. I'm pretty sure the Charm doesn't navigate this. I'm pretty sure it just gets KO'd anyway. Okay. So, wait, what? What? You're gonna pitch? But wait, what are you doing? The poison kills me. What are you doing? Oh my God, am I getting free real estate? Nah, you're having a laugh. That has to be a huge misplay. That's outrageous. What? I cannot fathom this. All right, well, look, game plan's changed now. We're bossing this and KOing it, and then we're gonna try and boss that for free prizes with Iron Hands. That's the game plan for now. So, gonna put a charm on this. We're gonna try and beef this boy up for the time being. Gonna throw you down for safety, and I'm just gonna boss this Donnie up and knock it out. That was strange. You could have just attacked me. What were you thinking? Bro, they could have punished me. But you know what we say? Never punished. That's what I love to see. Prime catch as well. Yeah, this is lovely. Now, problem is though, I need a Crispin. Knock me out, please. Let me get Fez. I need a Crispin to charge up the hands because I can Crispin Prime, boom, win the game. That's what we're looking for. That's what, oh, that said, there's a lot of energy already gone. Will I be able to Crispin? I don't know. I'm sure we could, right? Well, I don't know, but they're not going to knock me out either. They're just going to pass. And I think that means Fez doesn't activate. So I'd have to dig for... Well, I can Ultra Ball, get Mew and try and dig. I mean, I can just pass a turn. Well, no, that changed everything. They've Iono'd me. Let's see what comes of that. There's the Crispin, but now we don't have the Gust. It's at the bottom of the deck. Ugh, it's concerning. But at least I can Crispin now. If it means I pass, that's fine. I can also just go for another Joltik and just try and, like, charge up both Pikachu and hands. Create a double threat. That's probably better, looking at it with some hindsight. Let me Nest Ball and see. I mean, Ursaluna's still a a big option. In the deck, we have so much energy. So I could go for 2 grass here, lightning here, but then I can't crisp into that Pikachu for the rest of the game. So it's either I Joltik here. No, that just seems like I'm doing too much. It does. Maybe I just crisp in onto the hands. But that limits my game plan to one avenue. It might be worth going for Ursaluna 2 as a play. Okay, I'm getting Ursaluna down. It might have been the wrong call, but I think I just get Ursaluna down and just crisp in onto hands here. I don't know if that was the right call. If they take a knockout, Ursaluna attacks for free, but I need to take 3 prizes next turn, though. I gotta think this through. Right, well, how about I just retreat into the Pika? Because clearly they don't realize the poison issue. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know. I think there's like a lot of lines of play, and I'm trying to pick one, but I don't know if I picked the right one. It might have been better for me to fail that, bench Mew, and then get 2 more cards, and then try and get the out to just get boss game on this. But by benching Ursaluna, I've not given myself the out to Mew. Thing is, though, I do have it next turn if they take a knockout on this Pikachu. So if they come in, retreat, knock out Pika, then I do have Mew Fez available. So there's Toxic Punch. I'm sure they realize now, right? Resolute Heart will activate, and the poison will do the rest. Yes, I think they've seen it. So maybe they just got it wrong before, or they didn't misplay. I don't know. Metal Defender's coming in, but here's the problem. Because the Pikachu's going down to poison, again, Fez doesn't activate. Man, that is a problem. Well, it's down to the Mew. An energy boss. That's literally all we need. Oh, it's an Arven. That's a prime catch. Oh, so I just need an energy? 1 card for an energy. Come on. Give it to me, Mew. Right now. Come on, baby. Oh, I love the top decks. It feels so good. Arven, in we come. We have the prime. And that got a little bit dicey there. I can't lie. That was all me. But even then, we found a way. All because of hands, of course, the ultimate card. See you later, Squawk. Seems like Squawk is just a big no-go against this deck. If you play a Squawk and you see a hands, do not play it. Well, I think it goes to show that this deck is serious business. And I want to give a quick shout out here again to Anthony Fantano. For you guys know him as the Needle Drop, recently got into the scene. Me and him have been speaking behind the scenes before the rotation, and he actually did say Joltik was like legit. And he was talking about charging up hands, charging up Pikachu. And I initially was like, well, why do that if you've got, Magneton? So I was very wrong. He was right. As someone who's relatively new to the scene, I'm impressed by how dead on he actually was about this. But with that said, brace yourself, my friends. Both me and LDF have covered this now. Odds are it's going to be quite prevalent on the ladder. So be prepared. Maybe make a counter. Who knows? Or just play this deck. It's very good. Enjoy it. I'm waffling too much now. Bye.